Underground Real.
What's up? Got the group BAM here. We're finna ask them a couple of questions to get to really know them and see where they come from and a lot of background stuff. Oh, let me introduce. We got to my left right here, J-Tripp, Smooth C, and Kooley-D. And you know he got me, Davion. This Davion.
That King Dave.
Just asking a couple of questions. I know y'all be concerning. Want to know? We're gonna start off with the very first question. So I really want to know, how did a group BAM come about?
To be honest, it's a real funny / short story. I had the idea of starting a singing group for years, and every time I try to put a group together, we'll do good for a little bit, but then everybody started venturing off doing their own things. So one day while we was working at Neptune Island, Cliff was in the kitchen with me, and we was in there just singing and playing around. And I came up to Cliff and I said, "Man, I want to start a singing group." And then Cliff was like, "Well, shoot, I sing all the time, and I always want to do a group too." So we just was talking back and forth about how we was going to put this group together, and we just couldn't find like people who were interested. Then I was like, wait a minute, me and Kooley was in a group way before we started this one group called Triple Threat. And I was like, well, Kooley can rap. So, you know, we got two vocals and somebody who can rap, who can also sing a little bit. So we got together, put the group together, and that's how the group BAM came.
Interesting.
Story like that.
Oh yeah. It is kind of a fun, long, short story. So, my next question is, for every member, name some artist or band that inspire you to make music. We'll start with Kooley-D.
Alright, cool. Man, it's a lot. So the first people that come to my mind is like Tupac, Bob Marley, Michael Jackson, New Edition, say like SOS Band, KRS-One. It's a mixture. Yeah, the list goes on. It's a whole bunch.
What about you, Smooth C?
Basically what Kooley said, I like Michael Jackson, I like New Edition, I like the group Silk, just Temptations, all of that, like, basically, you know what I'm saying.
Smooth C for you. Smooth. J-Tripp.
Well, y'all know I'm an old head, so like my love, like people used to always say growing up I was always behind the curve. So like I didn't really start listening to this generation's music until I was like in high school. Like that's when I really started listening to rap. But from elementary school up to high school, my biggest influences were anything Motown, you know, Temptations, the Jackson 5. Then I started progressing through like early pop, you know, with the SOS Band. Some funk groups like Earth, Wind and Fire, and as the time progressed, you know, I just started listening to like some Bruno Mars and T-Pain. He in jail right now, but you know I gotta shout him out because you know he got good music too. R. Kelly, bro, I had to listen to some R. Kelly, had to get some of them vibes in, you know, from his music and stuff like that, and just really like hone into his showmanship on the stage. But my number one influence came from, I call them the trifecta of music: Prince, James Brown, and Michael Jackson. The way they danced, the way they moved, the way they performed on stage, the way they always showed up to give 100% on the stage every single time. Like I can't remember not one video where I saw Michael Jackson, Prince, and James Brown ever get on stage and half do anything. And then for another side of my inspiration, Whitney Houston. I gotta give Whitney Houston her credit because, you know, even me being even me being a male vocalist, you know, her voice is unmatched, and I always try to like emulate her voice when I'm ever singing in falsetto sometimes because she just had that perfect voice. It's like her nickname was The Voice.
I like all your answers. Pretty smooth. Okay, and I know in 2023 you have a lot of performances. 4 performances actually. We got a performance at Coker College. performed it at the Juneteenth community celebration, and you guys opened it up for a Robert Anthony concert in Atlanta, Georgia. For every member, out of all of those performances, which performance was the best experience in your opinion?
Me, I think it was between the Robert Anthony concert and the Juneteenth performance.
The Robert Anthony performance was good.
Yeah.
Y'all should go check it out on YouTube.
Yeah.
The
We love
group
you,
band.
Robert. We love you, Robert.
No doubt.
The group band. What about you, Smoothie?
I ain't gonna lie. I like the Coker one too as well. Like it was just something new to me as well because my first time performing on stage. So I'd probably say Coker because it was like fresh to me. You know what I'm saying? My first time getting out there. So yeah.
Man, for me, I'm gonna have to go with Atlanta. And Atlanta was my favorite performance experience because not only did we perform, you know, we got to like go around the city and do a lot of historical things too. Like we got to visit Martin Luther King's child home. We got to go around the city, you know, and just interact with the people of the city, you know, because us from being South Carolina, you know, there's a lot of different things that are happening down there that we don't get to do up in South Carolina all the time. But just being down there, immersed in the culture, because, you know, a lot of people say Atlanta's like Black Hollywood.
Yeah.
So being down there where so many artists like New Edition, Bobby Brown, Michael Jackson, and all those other artists that have paved the way for groups like us have performed and graced the stage, it was an honor to be in Atlanta to perform and be a part of the culture, you know?
I like to hear it. After performing, you guys started making music, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got a couple of music games we play. I like that one. Blue April Moon. I love that one. And recently released a cover song by Silk called The Love I Gave. How did Games We Play come about?
Ooh, man, Games We Play came about in a crazy way, in a very crazy way. The guys, I tell them all the time when I'm producing and writing songs, I have to get my ideas out right on the beat. If I don't, I'm gonna lose it. So a lot of times, you know, people be looking at me crazy when I'm in the house or I'm walking down the street or sitting here in my classroom. Man, as soon as I get an idea, I just start singing. So Games We Play came about when I was looking at Full Force, and they got like a song called, what's the name of that song? I got it into my hand. Yes, Unfaithful, that's it. I had a blank, y'all. Like, see, they put me on the spot, but my mind go bloop. But yeah, that song Unfaithful, and I just love the beat behind it. So I said, how can I take the feel of that song and give it some energy of what we love and what we inspire as a group? And I came up with that song, and I was like, you know what? We have a group that had this song called Unfaithful, about a girl being unfaithful to the guy. And that song was talking about how if she gonna do it, well, I could do the same thing. So in this generation, I tried to, like, how can I center the song around that idea, but give it a sense of, you know, of what we're going through. So I was like, shoot, like, everybody done been there.
Yeah.
You know, everybody done been where they had a situation where they was with somebody who was playing around and you played around a little bit. So I said, you know what? Let's, instead of it being the game she played or the games I play, what about the games we play? The games that we play with each other, how we make each other feel like unappreciated, or, you know, we'll do this and say one thing and do that. So let's talk about it from a group standpoint. Not only does she play games, I play games too. So that's how that song came about.
Interesting. Because everybody do be playing games. Even, but...
I don't play games no more. I play games no more.
Oh, no, not these fellas. But, what about, y'all song with BAM? Blue April Moon. How that come about?
Man, whew, believe it or not, Games We Play was the first song we released. But I actually wrote and produced Blue April Moon before that, 2 years ago, I wrote that song. Coming up on 2 years, I think. And the crazy thing about that song was, for those who don't know, I'm a Pisces, March 14th, that's my birthday. The fish, so you know, I always got to be around some water. Water makes me think better. Water makes me get better ideas. Hey, this brother, man.
Pause.
But yeah, man. We just having fun, man. We just having fun, baby. But it came about because, like I said, I was in the shower one day and I was listening to Fire and Desire by Rick James and Tina Marie. And they got that melody in there that goes do 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 do. So I was like, okay, how can I take that and just flip it around a little bit and make it to something that we can adjust to, just like the first song. Like, what can I do to take that song and make it more modern? So I took that song and I just moved the melodies around, and that's how the instruments parts came about. Because I wanted a song that showcased us being a little bit smooth, us singing something for the ladies. And for those who don't know, Smooth C over here has a great baritone voice. So I wanted something for his voice that was going to showcase something real smooth and elegant for him to sing. And that's how that song came about.
Black and Moon. Love it. Now let's get back to, we'll talk about this cover song now. What made y'all decide to do a cover song? Like, what made you want to pick this cover song out of all the cover songs y'all could pick? Pick this one in particular.
You want the truth or you want an elaborate answer?
Let's do the truth first.
The truth? Because we done sung this song about 1,000 times. We done sung it at every performance we done did. And every time we perform that song, the people go crazy, man. So it was only right that we recorded that song and put it out there. Because it's like no offense to Silk. We love Silk. Silk, y'all are amazing. We love y'all. Hopefully y'all watch this video and put us with y'all one day. But a lot of people say that we sounded better than the real record. So they wanted us to record. So that's how we ended up recording. We still love you, Silk. We still love you.
Hey, they still love you. Okay. Are you guys planning on making another cover song?
Of course.
Let me switch it up. How about, like, do y'all think about switching the genre of your song or the style?
Oh man, the answer for that is always yes. The group BAM, one thing about us is that we don't want to be put in a box. Okay. We don't want to be confined. Just like dynamite, that's why we call the group BAM. You can't put dynamite in a box, because once it gets lit, it's going to explode. So you can't keep us in a box. You can't. We just want to, we don't want us to be defined by a genre, and we don't want to be defined by black music, white music. We just want to be defined as groups, a group that makes music. That's it. We want our music to be universal. We want to go places where people of all races, all ethnicities, all backgrounds can say, oh, the song that y'all wrote, I like it. I can vibe with y'all. I can gel with y'all. If we go to a club, people can play it and have a good old time, you know. And that was our biggest motivation behind this group, is just, you know, bringing back that music and that style where people can go out and have a good time without worrying if you're going to make it home or not.
Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, y'all can tell the viewers, we ain't gonna say nothing, but hey, what's the next for the group BAM?
What's next for the group BAM? This camera here?
This camera here.
Wait, which one? That one over there?
I wish y'all more.
Go this one?
No, this one here.
This right here? All right. So, July 1st at 1 p.m., the group BAM is going to be in a voting competition called America's Next Top Hitmaker. No matter who you are, no matter where you're from, no matter where you live, no matter what you speak, go on our social medias. You can find us at the group BAM on all social medias. You can find me on social media at J-Tripp, or my full name. I ain't gonna tell y'all my full name because y'all ain't ready for that yet. You can find Cliff, or oh man, I mean Smooth C. I I mean, Smooth C.
Oh,
I was thinking about your face. You find Smooth C at where?
Like what you need, like Instagram or
It don't matter. Just shout me whatever you want to shout out.
at C Smooth 18. You know what I'm saying? Instagram.
oh yeah.
Me, y'all could go follow me on Instagram at D_the great4real. That's D_the great4real.
And one of those pages is going to have the link where y'all can click on and vote. It doesn't matter. Like I said, support goes a long way, guys. Vote, vote, vote. And this is one election and one vote that you don't have to worry about changing the future of America. All you're doing is making us America's next time hit makers.
Yeah.
All right. I'm good.
Sounds good. Oh, do you have any more performances coming up?
We can't disclose that information right now
Mm.
because the group band was working on something totally secret and special just for y'all. We want to give y'all, before we even take another show, before we do a performance, we want to make sure that we give you guys the total band experience.
Dang, nothing? You can't tell me anything? Just nothing?
Can't tell you nothing, man. Sorry, can't tell you nothing.
Well,
Can't tell you.
that's really all my questions here for today for the group BAM. I appreciate your boys coming in here, giving me all the questions and answers that these fans and me wanted. And I would like to give a special shout out to them for taking the time out of their day to come out here and do this interview. Because they work hard, you know. They could be doing anything, making music right now, dancing, practicing, but they here. So I appreciate y'all boys.
We appreciate you guys out there watching, you know. Hey, but be on the lookout because we do have some new music coming. Be on the lookout. Cover songs, original music, and once that's all done, maybe an album, guys? Maybe an album?
Hey,
Possible.
Maybe some music videos?
you know what I hear? Hey, that's a must right there. The album.
You never know. Whatever the fans want to see, whatever the fans want to hear, that's what we're going to do.
All right, and we out.
Peace!